Greetings everyone, and welcome back to another installment in the iWish series. Okay.
That was a fake intro. I'm sorry, that was just an outtake. I needed to quickly give you some extra information before starting the video. After completing this review 100%, I stumbled across the same item being sold at JB Hi-Fi for $149 Australian under the brand Opel, which are just rebrands of various cheapo devices to be sold here in Australia. The item I review in this video looks to be almost the same as the one at JB Hi-Fi, but my one has a slightly bigger screen and is about $25 more. I'll still keep my conclusion at the end of this video as it is, but I understand this is made for seniors that are going to be stuck at home 24/7 or in care, but that's pretty much really the only market that this device is intended for. But anyways, that's all the info for now. Let's jump into this very long, rambly review, and I hope you'll all enjoy this.
Greetings everyone, and welcome back to another installment in the iWish series, a series in which I investigate rather dubious tech products sold on various sites around the web just to see if they're any good, and most of the time they're not, but I like to buy this stuff so you don't have to. However, I've purchased this item because you folks requested for me to have a look at it, and I am honestly very interested myself in taking a look at this thing. I've taken a look at a lot of weird phones on this channel. This one, to me, is so oddball. You've seen it in the thumbnail, what I've purchased, and yes, it's a landline phone that's running Android that works as a mobile phone because it has a battery in it. So we're going to take a look at it today and see if it's any good. But a massive thank you to all the folks displayed on screen for donating during one of the live streams I did. I don't remember when it was, but yeah, thank you to these folks. You might also recognize a familiar name on there if you've been around on YouTube for a long time, but I'll thank all these folks at the end of the video as well. Yeah, massive thank you to all of you who are very interested in seeing what this thing can do, if it can do what it claims it can do, and that's be a phone. Well, we'll see anyways. So strap in for this one, folks, because this one's going to be a very interesting one. As always, this is the usual rambly video, so feel free to use the timestamps in the description as well as the pinned comment so you can skip along to wherever you need to be in this one. Alright, without further ado, the item we're taking a look at today is called the Android LTE Fixed Wireless Landline 4G SIM Network Video Phone Universal Elderly Wi-Fi Touchscreen Video Telephone Home Office. Try saying that 10 times fast. Good luck with that. Currently, it's $150 Australian on AliExpress with free shipping, so I'll display a rough currency conversion chart of what this thing costs. And yes, to be fairly honest, it is a bit expensive for the specs that are in this, but I just want to go through the listing and show you all what's going on with this, because there's a few funny details within this. We do have some quick specs, which says it's the 4G smart card phone landline. These words are such a tongue twister, I swear. Model number H1, network is 2G, 3G, 4G, and VoLTE. Now the OS. I don't know if you folks have heard of Android. Yeah, we've all heard of Android. Cool, we're all on the same page. Well, this runs Android 9.0. It's a very different operating system, Android. Take note of that because they've spelt Android incorrectly everywhere in this listing, and I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to take a look at it. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that, it's just there if you're curious, if you want to take a look at it. It offers dual SIM, dual standby, 5 megapixel camera, Wi-Fi and spot support, I assume that's hotspot, SOS support, of course it would, display is touchscreen, extra TF up to 32 gigabytes, so micro SD card up to 32 gigabytes. The speaker is a 550 or a 0.5 watt one, and we have Bluetooth 5.0. Let's take a look at the pictures. The pictures are really good. So here is the 4G smart card phone landline with some quick specs, but look at the Photoshop job they've done. It's sitting on the table, but they've just kind of cut it all out and went, that's fine. And then there's like half a tablet down the bottom left hand corner. Sure thing. Also, it's a smart home control because they've put the big phone. Yeah, it's all making sense, isn't it? Best for different industries. Financial advisors and bank branches use H1. Oh, they've got rid of it and put H1 there. Okay. As a customer display, hotels and restaurants use as a walkie-talkie. Also telemedicine providers use it for remote diagnosis and treatment supervision. Oh, treatment supervision. And once again, the device poorly photoshopped onto a table that defies the laws of gravity right there. And we've got more specifications there saying what this thing is. Is that a cloud melting? No, that's some traces going through a cloud. Okay, fair enough. 1 gigabyte of RAM and 8 gigabytes of storage on this. Don't think we'll be doing too much gaming wise, but we'll give it a crack. Android 9.0 touchscreen and the 5 megapixel front camera. We do have a proper specification sheet, which does say the bands list, the display being a WVGA TN display, which should be 800 by 480. Now the chipset that's in this is the MediaTek MT6739. Usually it's a mystery until the very end when I open the specs, but that's what it's claiming. It doesn't have a vibration motor in it, not a big deal. Uses micro USB. I thought it may have used Type-C, but that's okay. And the battery in this is 1,400 milliamp hours. You can actually just go ahead and walk around with this as an actual mobile phone if you want. I'll show it in this video, so stay tuned. And speaking of that, here's this. The largest smartphone ever. Large display delivers a cinematic experience with good sound quality. Oh, it's wall mounted too. Honestly, I might have a proper use for this, maybe. I wonder if we can use the buttons for gaming. Stay tuned. Next up we have for elderly, not elderly, elderly. Phone calling. The H1 works with Android, oh, no, there it is, Android 9.0 OS, LTE network, support Wi-Fi, all that sort of stuff. 2 ways to answer the phone. 1 touch on the screen, press the answering button on the Bluetooth. Okay, cool. Make your house a smart home. Most of the gadgetry in your house, like the smart camera, video doorbell, coffee alrighty, smart locks can be connected to the Wi-Fi and be remotely controlled with H1, with Tuya inside. Never heard of Tuya, but alright. Stay connected longer and safer. Rechargeable and removable battery. Keep you connected during a power cut. This means you can make calls in the event of a potentially life-threatening situation. I mean, yeah? Also, the cord's just cut there, but alright, sure. Bracket foldable. The foldable holder provides a great typing experience and elegant front and back protection. With 2 viewing angles, you can work or watch in whatever way is best for you. So if you're working in an office and you're not allowed to have your phone out, you could just have this on your desk and be like, no, I'm not doing anything, but secretly you're on YouTube or Instagram or something like that. Not that this will probably handle it very well. We're at the home stretch of the listing. There's 4 pictures of the wonderful work that they've done in Photoshop. So here is an elderly couple poking the phone that's hovering in midair. That's the first one. Okay, the second one doesn't have any funny Photoshop stuff in it, but we just get the Android telephone again. The third one is this. That's a very, very big phone. That's very big. And it says big keyboard on it, so you know, they're not wrong. But I just love how they've just slapped it on the table and went, yeah, it's good. Next up, we have someone not sitting in a chair correctly, being scared of the phone that's standing on its 2 hind legs on a table demanding that it get money. Number 2, the phone is in some sort of defensive position and is like standing up on the table, trying to provoke some sort of a fight. That's probably the best way I can describe this picture, to be fairly honest. That's it. That's all of the listing that I wanted to show. So I think I've given you all a good idea of what this thing is going to have in store for us all. Let's unbox it. Well, actually, there's not really much unboxing. Well, there is unboxing. There is a box. Yeah, the seller just decided to put tape on the box and call it a day. It has arrived here in one piece. Also, the back says camera 2 megapixel X, 5 megapixel interpolated or 2 megapixel, just standard. I bought this on the 19th of December. It is now the 29th of December. 10 days from AliExpress with Christmas in between. That's actually really good, to be honest. So let me just take off all the tape. It's like a Christmas present. And we can get our first look at the H1. I never even thought that an actual telephone like this existed running Android. And there's more expensive ones that it's like an actual tablet with a phone attached to it. But this is more a phone that runs Android. Now that doesn't make sense because phones run Android. Oh, just ignore me. Ignore me. I don't think I'm going to be able to get into this box in one piece. It's okay. Maybe. Oh, hello. I ripped half of the IMEI sticker off. That's okay. Oh, the tape smells like Chinese newspapers and old farts. This is ridiculous. Why would they do this? Bro, it costs 5 cents for a box. Just give me a box. So they have corner pieces. So that's how they were protecting it with these little, yeah. Got 3 off. Getting there. I got it. That wasn't fun at all, but I now have it out of the box. We can get a proper look at it now. There it is. H1. WhatsApp, Facebook, WeChat, Skype. I think I got them all right. Nothing much around the sides. It just says H1. Luckily a rebrand of something, but we'll see. Yep. Oh, they spelled Android right there. Good on yous. 800 by 400 display, 1400 mAh battery, bands list there, 8 gig storage, 1 gig RAM. All that good stuff. I think it's time we finally have a look at the Android 9.0 H1. So we got foam, which protected it during shipping. And then we have a bit of cardboard there to protect the screen during shipping. Okay, so there's the device. We have some instructions, and I'd say that inside of here is the accessories. Something. We have something. We have a cable, and then in here is the phone. Well, the handset to stand it up. Yes. The handset itself, it's got a bit of heft to it. If you want to whack someone over the head with it, you definitely could. I will tear this down at the end as well. The cable, which is a nice coiled cable, just like so. Micro USB charger, European, yes it is. It does have a bit of weight to it. It's 5 volt at 500 milliamp hours. So the instructions, it's a big foldable page of instructions. Okay. Using your phone safely on the road. What would happen if I had this in my car speaking to someone on the phone? Would I get pulled over by the police because I'm on the phone, or would they just think I'm an idiot? Probably both. Thanks for choosing H1 dual SIM smartphone, 4G smartphone based on 1.3 GHz quad-core processor. This smartphone is running on Android 9.0 OS. If you like your phone to live a long and fruitful life, please read this guide carefully and keep it for future reference. You never know when you might need it. And don't worry if the pictures we use to demonstrate your phone's functions look a little different from what you see on the screen. It's the functions that matter. HINDETEL.com. Let's jump to the website and see. HINDETEL. There it is. Wow, it's $98 US, which is what I paid for it. And they have another one too that looks more sophisticated. Wow, so it's a HINDETEL. Why not just say that in the listing or on the box somewhere? I'm just going to pay no attention to this whatsoever and just pretend that we know what's going on, because I think I know what's going on with it. And you've waited all this time just to see this thing. Here it is. Finally, let's take a look at our sophisticated... Is it on? Oh my god, it's already... Oh my god, it's generic as ever. I'll try and dump the system files from this. Why am I holding it like a game console? Also, look at the screen. It's just repurposed from something because it's got big bezel there, thin bezel there. What did I do? Oh my god, the buttons actually do... That's to lock it? Okay, so we've got... That wakes up the phone. Cool. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I wonder if I could message on this. That'd be cool. Big spurker there, I'd say. Is that a spurker in there? Looks like it. Home button, back button, contacts buttons, some little shortcuts there. Speakerphone as well. It looks like an LED indicator. On the back of it though, what do we have in here? Nothing. So you can't actually use this as a landline, but it's definitely the HINDETEL H1, both IMEIs there. That's where this piece goes. Am I correct? Yes. So I can do it like that. And you can hook it on the wall too. What's the battery in this? Oh, okay. I don't want to call the police. No, that's okay. I thought it was yelling at me because I'd opened the back cover. Out you come, buddy. Okay. Perhaps you don't? Come out then. So that's the battery there. 1400 milliamp hours. A BL4L. It's a Nokia battery. No, I'm thinking of a BP4L battery. This is not a Nokia battery. Do not throw it in the fire. I'll try not to. But we do have micro SD card slot. The first SIM card slot is a mini SIM. The second one is a nano SIM. Alright. SIM card is installed. Battery is installed. Back cover is clicked in. So micro USB port just on the back there. We've also got the little jack there for the handset, which just connects in like so. This would be cool to ring up like a pizza place or something and be like, can I order some pizza please? And then just, yeah. I don't know if people have home phones anymore or just stick with a mobile phone, but back when I was younger and stuff, we had a landline in the house. It was like the really generic Telstra landline phone that was on the wall. And that's what we do to order like fish and chips and stuff. We'd use something like this. And now we don't even. But it's cool having one though. If I hold this button, that powers it on. There it is, MediaTek. And there's our little friend down there. Hey buddy. There is also a screen protector on it too. Okay. There we go. Just like that, we've booted up into... Hang on, we're getting there. Well, obviously there's going to be a call quality test coming up. So if I just... Oh, hello. So just opening that up, it actually does this. It's got the little dial tone. I'm also using that to stand it up because if I have it like this, you can't see anything. It's fine. That closes it. That's pretty cool. It's essentially a button to just open up the phone, close the phone, open up the phone, close it. Oh, speaker. Okay, got the speaker to work. 0, 1, 1, 8, 9. It works. It works. Buttons are a little bit hard to press sort of thing. Like, they're okay. That's also a very big spurker. Oh shit, no, I don't want to call that number. Oh god. If anyone had that phone number, sorry for calling you all the way in Australia. Apologies. That actually works to navigate. Oh my god. There we go. And there's the clock there. We've got 4G as well. And I can swipe down. Facebook. No, thank you. What do we have here? Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, do not disturb, battery saver, mobile data, and AirPlay mode. That's pretty much it. I can say for the display, actually, you know what? It's not too bad. For a 4-inch 480p display, it ain't bad. I mean, for a device that costs this much anyways, it ain't bad. So this goes home. That does not go home. But if I go into an application and then press it, then it goes home. You've got your usual Android buttons, home and then back. What would recents be then? Home? No? Contacts? No, they're just linking contacts. Okay. This is a WhatsApp button. Yes, that's a dedicated WhatsApp button. And this is a dedicated, I believe I just seen Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's a dedicated Wi-Fi button, I think. Oh no, it's tethering a hotspot. That's a tethering button. That's actually nifty. And then this is just speakerphone. It's okay. All right. Okay. Ah, yeah, see, that's the number I called. All right, we'll pretend I didn't do that. Okay, I'm just trying to get used to this thing, okay? I should have read the instructions, to be fairly honest. Yeah, we have phone, WhatsApp, Tuya Smart, no idea what that is. Browser, just a generic one, not Chrome, by the looks of it. Contacts, clock, gallery, messaging, music settings, sound recorder, camera, calendar, email, cell broadcast, FM radio, Android keyboard, SIM toolkit, Facebook file manager, Skype, calculator, search, and WeChat on this. A lot of stuff that I won't be needing. Let's jump straight into settings first. Network and internet. Wi-Fi. Please have 5 gigahertz. It should have 5 gigahertz. Oh, it does. Nice. Speedy. We have the normal Android keyboard there, which I can use a touchscreen. The keys, though, do work, but only for numbers. There is a way to change this, but I've completely forgotten how to do it. I'm actually not too sure how I'd use these for messaging. Well, let me go ahead and connect to my Wi-Fi anyways. There's no Google Play services on this. I just realized. Mobile network says 4G, but I'll check preferred networks, which says 4G with Telstra. I will just search just to see Telstra 4G. The advertised system on chip that's in this should support 4G, and it certainly does with VoLTE as well. Yeah, so I've got to use these buttons to navigate as well as the touchscreen. It's kind of a bit of a mishmash. Or I can just use that. That'll work too. But then you get to here. No NFC, of course, just Bluetooth. Apps and notifications. Oreo? Easter egg? Or is that Pi? That looks like Oreo to me. Android system, Bluetooth, browser, calculator, camera. What just happened there? Did I press a button accidentally? I did. Whoops. There we go. So kind of not press any buttons. Let's see if there's any Google Play services. MediaTek stuff's on here. That's good. Emergency, Facebook, factory test, gallery. Nope, no Google Play services. Got to install everything myself, which is fine. I can sideload it all. But everything is looking fine through here. Wireless update, that will not work at all. But yeah, no Google Play services, so you'll have to sideload stuff on. That's not a problem, but for people who did want something with Google Play services, it's not going to get you too far. Battery, 2 hours and 16 minutes left with a 1400 mAh battery with a MediaTek MT6737 CPU. Not really going to end well. It's very much like the Unihertz Jelly thing that I reviewed recently. Pretty much the same dealio. Hi, it's Future SMOOREZ here. It's about a month later, by the way. That's okay, no one will notice. I've done a battery test on this, and I'll display some screenshots. I left it for about 48 hours, and it dropped to 46%. However, that is just only standby with 4G and Wi-Fi. When you start to use this, the battery drains fairly fast, and because it's only 1400 mAh, you can't really expect too much from that. Charging it back up, though, was actually fairly fast, and it was at about 22% or something, and I charged it up to 100%, and it only took about 40 minutes or so, which, once again, for the small capacity of the battery, it's not going to take too long to charge up anyways. But while I'm here, I want to check the charging speed, and I also want to check something. Can this be powered just by micro USB and nothing else? So I'm going to take the battery out and see what happens, but first I'll do the charging speed. It's getting 5 volt at 0.6 amps, but it is also at 99%, so it's probably not going to use a really fast amount of charging, so I'd probably say it's just standard charging, 5 volt at 1 amps. Also, you can see the notification LED, it's almost at 100%, so that's why it's green. Otherwise, I've seen it go blue in some circumstances, and then red. I got a spam call on this, and it was flashing blue. Completely forgot to show you all the LED, but yeah, that's what it looks like. Let's switch this off, yank out the battery, and see if I can power this off micro USB. Another thing also that I thought of was on-the-go support. However, I don't have actual on-the-go cables, I've only got on-the-go adapters, and nothing will fit in there. So I think once I tear this down, I'll then try it again, because I'll have some space, and see if on-the-go works. But honestly, I don't think it will. Why I'm thinking this could just be powered off micro USB is if you actually want to hang it on your wall and just have it there all the time, you don't want to have the battery in it just in case it swells up or something like that. So here we go. Curious. Connected to my power bank. Can I power it on? The answer is no. It needs the battery, but at least I know now. See, by the AliExpress listing, I actually legitimately thought this was a landline phone. That's why I said it at the start. But then after finally taking a look at it and stuff, it's not a landline phone at all. Display, brightness level, we'll crank up the brightness actually. It's okay, the screen's alright. Wallpapers, do we have any cool wallpapers? We have one, that's it. Just one wallpaper, which looks like a default Android one. Sound, we have best loudness most likely. Oh, default notification sound is Proxima. Oh, that one, okay. And phone ringtone is Andromeda. Ah, okay. Sound enhancement, best loudness. Oh no, we want that on. Storage is the 8GB internal and my 64GB micro SD card. Security and location. Can we actually have a lock screen? Doesn't look like it. Would have been nice to have a pattern lock or something on here, you know. Users and accounts, well, I can't add a Gmail because I don't have Google Play services. In accessibility, don't have terribly much here. System, language is an input. Can I change this though? See, I thought you'd hold maybe a button or something like that to change it, but that hasn't worked so far. About phone, H1, wireless update. Check for updates. Nothing. Thought so. Oh, it's a Faiz Shiteng, says 1G there. 2023. We also have a unique serial number, because it's not a welcome. It's close to it though. Model is an H1 with Android 9.0. Is it actually 9 though? No, it's not. It's Oreo. How does he run? Where are you, buddy? There you are. Oh, he's okay. He's not bad. Oh, there he is there. Security patches November 5th, 2020. But yeah, the build number Faiz Shiteng or Fisi Shiteng. Developer options I'll just put on. This might have root access, and I might be able to just dump all the system files as they are, but I'll have to check that. Put the animation scales down ever so slightly, and I think that's pretty much all that's... Oh no, we've got emergency rescue, which is just emergency contacts, and quick dial. Oh, that's to set these two buttons if I wanted to. So if I wanted to have Macca's for that one, and the place that sells me really good schnitzels for that one, I could absolutely do that. Before we go any further, we need to do the one thing that this was made for, and that's make a call. Oh, there it is. So now I just pick it up. What's up, fuckwit? Oh yeah, it works. I went to see if it had a light sensor. That's really loud. And the microphone's clear too. Wow, not bad at all. Let me go ahead and splice in the quality of calls from this, as well as the scenario of using this as a mobile phone. Testing the earpiece quality on the handset of the H1. This is what it sounds like, and it's actually fairly loud. I mean, you know, for phone calls and stuff, this is absolutely perfectly fine. And it's practical to use as an actual mobile phone, I guess, because it's loud. Does that make sense? It doesn't make sense. Let me swap to the microphone, you can hear how that sounds. And this is the microphone quality of the H1 handset thing. And I'm just standing in the kitchen holding this thing in my hands. It's so oddball. You know what? It works at the end of the day. It's a cool looking phone. You can't put it in your pocket. And you will look silly if you walk around holding this trying to make a phone call. But if this is just staying at home, using it as an office thing or something, you'd look pretty sophisticated using this, I guess. And now that I'm finished with this, I can just simply hang up.
There you go, speak clearer, I can't really hear you. The time is 4:36. What? Well, you can't, no, hang on, there you go. Is it better reception now? Can you hear me? No? Okay. No, I don't have much battery life, it's just fine. Get a bit more, it's good. Why'd the ducks fall? Why would they do that for? Alright, well, I'll see you later. Hang on, let me just put this on the ground first. There we go. Alright. Come on, let's go home. Alright, there we go. Fuck off. Ah. I'm not home. Ah. You've just heard the call quality as well as what it looks like while using this phone. I can say that I've had to bump the volume up quite a lot during editing because it's very, very quiet. But if you have the handset on top of your ear, then it's actually quite loud, but just recording it with a microphone, it kind of didn't work. I would have had to smush it in there. And the actual microphone on this itself sounds fairly good for the most part. As you'll see later on, there's actually two microphones in here. There's one there, but then there's another one somewhere here, hidden around. Don't know where it is, but I have to get to that when I get to the teardown.
Beep. What's Tuya Smart? This looks very Sunme at the moment. Sunme V2. Try now. Okie dokie. What is this? I don't know what this is. What do you do, buddy? Oh, it's a smart thing. Smart assistant thing. To control things. It's a thing. Is it? Yeah, it's a thing. So you'd add a device to it, and yes, there it is. It's got my location now, but sure. So you can choose smart electrical sockets, smart lighting, smart sensors, large home appliances, small home appliances. They all work via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. I actually don't have any smart appliances in my house. None whatsoever. I have an air fryer. What air fryer has Wi-Fi? Sure, my air fryer has Wi-Fi. I mean, I've got a Google Home. Does that count as a smart appliance? It does, yes. I mean, yeah, you'd be able to definitely control smart devices through this, but this is just an application to control that. I'm pretty sure you could just put this application on any phone and connect stuff up to it and off you go. It's amazing to see how many smart appliances there are. But yeah, that's Tuya. Browser, got to allow everything. If you're using the dial pad, how do you go back? That uses it, but that's to search for it, which I've just searched for that. But yeah, there's actually no back button. This does not work as a back button. Well, I just said that it works as a back button, but I mean a cancel button, like erasing what you've put on the screen. That was actually pretty fast, to be fairly honest. Hey, I'm Jerry. We're so glad you're here. Let us know if you have any questions. That's a very smart, sophisticated person there. I feel like chatting with them and saying that I'm using the device right now. I won't, though. I won't hassle them. Go away, Jerry. I don't require your assistance, Jerry. No, Jerry. Or HINDETEL. Oh, there we go. Okay. Browser is a little bit slow. It's a little bit slow to respond, but then again, I am on... Jerry, go away. Okay, thank you, Jerry. Oh, wait, no, that didn't work. Let's go back. Can we go back? Okay, maybe this is a bad website to be testing this on. Yeah, look, AliExpress. I mean, it loads stuff fairly reasonable. And multi-touch? Oh, it doesn't have multi-touch. Oh, well, that's a bit of a bummer then. Oh, does it have an accelerometer built into it? It does not. Trying everything I can here. Okay, I will say that browsing may be a bit difficult then, because the orientation of the screen as well, there's not really too much that can fit on the display. It loads stuff fast, but when you go into a site and start trying to navigate, that's where I'm seeing issues. Let me just make sure it doesn't have multi-touch. No, it doesn't. Oh, snap. While we're in the browser, why don't we just try YouTube? Since we don't have YouTube actually installed on this, I'll just go to mobile YouTube and we can try it from there. See the Russian one that comes up? Tries to fool you. We've got a 480p display on this. If I try and force 1080p, it's not going to look any different from 480p, but we'll try.
Enjoy now, bolognese for days. All Coles brand mince is now 10% off. The Coles Aussie beef mince 1 kilo pack, just $9.90.
$9.90 for mince? That's expensive. Now it's really chugging along due to it being in the browser. Also, why is there a video up there as well? I can play it at 4K, I won't. I'll play it at 1080p. Is this worky? No worky? Skip along. Oh, I've seen the turtle. Do we have anything? Or do we not have anything? I don't think we have anything. You can just sideload, what is it called? New Pipe, I think it's called. It's got all that fancy, ad blocking stuff in it as well, I think. I think that's the one. Could use that. Probably should use that. It should have been playing by now. That's okay. Let's pretend we didn't see anything. I do have some videos on my memory card though. So I've actually got the Costa Rica video on here. I think it's in 1080p though, and not 4K, which it runs perfectly fine. Can you see the display quality? Wait for it. There we go. That's definitely like 480p looking. It's not looking the best video-wise. With a 480p display, I can't expect too much. I do have this quick 4K one that doesn't work. Then I have this one that probably doesn't work. And then I have this one that doesn't work. With specifications of this, 480p video is going to be absolutely no problem. So if you want to do a sneaky and have this on your desk with some sort of alternative YouTube client and play some 480p videos, you can. Except how do you adjust the volume? I found how to adjust the volume. Should have just went into sound and done it in the first place. Contacts, clock, which we don't need to open. Gallery, don't need to go into. If I go to messaging, type in number, okay, then type text message. So if I just hold the key, I can't switch it to a letter. And then if I go back and then continue typing, hold hash, star. I don't know how to swap it. There has to be a way. It's just, I don't know the way. Music. Big spurker time. Okay. How do you turn the volume up? I think it's just on the loudest by default. Oh, go back, buddy. Oh my god, it's playing it through the handset. Let's go back to... Yep. Wait, if I do this, and then if I do this... No, that's just dialing it. Oh god, I'm confused. I'll just point the meter there. That'll do. Actually, wait, I didn't think properly. There we go. It feels like the speaker's just in a very empty space. It doesn't have that much punch to it, and it sounds very, very flat as well. Very, very flat. Honestly, holding it up to my ear and playing it, oh no, that sounds worse actually. It'll do. Ah, I'll try one of my songs. If you Google that, you'll find it. And all the other crap that I've made. Let me skip along. It sounds, you know. It has no bass whatsoever. No, it definitely doesn't. I can just boop and then go back to this and listen to it. That doesn't sound good through the handset. No. It's like half reasonable. I just love the fact that you can just hang it up and there you go, it just goes back. When you finish with something, just hang it up. We have to do the speaker test again because the volume wasn't all the way up. The volume's now all the way up. That's loud. That's loud. That's really loud. That's holy shit. But it sounds horrible. It's just so flat. If I'm not testing BFG division and I'm just using like the normal sounds and stuff, like for example, let's go back to ringtones. We all know what Fluty Phone sounds like. So this is what Fluty Phone sounds like on this. That's loud. That's really, really loud. The speaker in this is quite loud, but it's also definitely far from the clearest one. Well, we're moving through this quite fast. Sound recorder. If I record now, just allow, yes, yes. Hello. Oh wait, it detects it? Where's the microphone detecting from? It's not in there because that's disabled. Okay, hang on, we have to try.
Hello.
Ah.
Oh wait, it detects it? Where's the microphone detecting from? Not in there because it's disabled.
So then if I use it this way, don't use the microphone that's on the thing, use the microphone that's in this. I'm pretty sure that worked.
Hello. Hi. This is the handset. Hello. Don't use the microphone that's on the thing. Use the microphone that's in this. I'm pretty sure that worked.
Not gonna lie, the microphones on this are fairly good. We're at camera, which is sort of my halfway point where I'm gonna stop recording, do the camera test, and play around with this a little bit further and try and get used to this. So if we open up the camera, there it is. It's as basic as ever. It has no autofocus. It has HDR though. Do we have any settings that we can do? Modes, normal. So we have, 5 megapixels. It wasn't lying. It is 5 megapixels. And video looks like 640 by 480. Is it? 1280 by 720. It does 1080p. Oh my god, okay. Let me go take some really good photos of my ugly mug and do a video, and we'll be right back. Enjoy the very quick camera test. I probably don't even need the LA Noir music for it, honestly. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. This is with EIS on, and this is 1080p on the landline phone. It's so weird with this. I've taken a lot of devices outside before and walked around and stuff with them, but yeah, this is weird. This is really weird. Here's Ripley, by the way, if you can see. Hi, Ripley. Hi. It doesn't look like it's 1080p though. I think it's less. Jelly movement though? No, because the EIS is on. I don't know, it looks alright though.
Question though, if I pick up the handset, does it stop recording? The cable's here just to prove that I'm actually on the stupid thing. Yeah, it's weird walking around with this device. I've had a lot of devices outside doing camera tests with, but none that are like this. Isn't it weird? Can I zoom in? No, I cannot. Ooh, oh, I look dead there. I still look dead. Does that help? It doesn't help. Well, there you go. That's what the camera looks like on the front. It's pretty good. Okay, now I'm recording it with the earpiece, the handset. I'm also holding it sideways, so this is more accurate. Is it good? Do I look more sophisticated like this? I wonder. Oh, this is so oddball. Oh, hello everyone. I'm just on my telephone outside. That's okay. No problems at all. Oh, just pay no attention to me. Pay no attention to me. And this is just a fun little gimmick. That's all it is. But yeah, 1080p. Looking good. I'm going now. Bye. Bye bye. Wanna do selfie? Hi. Selfie. No? No selfie?
I haven't done the camera test as of yet. I just played around with the camera and it actually didn't look too bad. But if future SMOOREZ can tell you anything else about the camera, I'll see if you can pop in, say hello, and let you know any other details. Hi, it's future SMOOREZ here. I've just done a quick camera test. I haven't done a proper one, but I just quickly went outside and took some test photos. It's actually not bad. Would have been cool if they stuck one onto the back, but you know, it is what it is. And video-wise, if you wanted to do landscape video, you got to hold it like that. Otherwise, it does record in 1080p. But let's test your memory. Back in the browser, I couldn't do multi-touch. Have a look at this. There seems to be multi-touch. So why didn't it work in the browser? I've got no clue. Not really much else to say about the camera. It's acceptable for this. Alright, I'll hand it back to past SMOOREZ and you can keep rambling on about this thing. And if you did hear from future SMOOREZ, I hope he told you some very valuable information, because I don't know about the camera at this point in time. Calendar looks like a calendar. Yes, it very much does. Email, not going to use that, but you can use email if you want. Cell broadcasts is just emergency alerts, that's okay. FM radio, let's find a radio station. 101.3 on a Friday night at like 6 o'clock. Oh, we'll go to 101.9. Yep. And then I can go to this and play it through this. Oh no! So I can't play FM radio through the handset. This is actually just a pair of earphones in this. So that's why that needs to be there. That makes sense. Well, you got FM radio. It's cool. Android keyboard, nothing there. Sim toolkit, nothing there. Facebook, I'm not going to log into Facebook on this. File manager is the basic file manager just there. Anything on the internal storage? Yes, there is. System UI just there. Facecom. Definitely have to open up QuickShortcutMaker and see if I can do anything, because I didn't see anything during the apps list. I'll try it later and see how we go. Calculator. 2. Well, it's not meant to be calculated, but I can do 2 plus 2 equals 4. That's quick maths. I mean, it'd be better to use the actual Android calculator to be a calculator, but this is not a calculator, this is a landline. Well, it's not a landline because it doesn't have a cable to be used as a landline. It's literally a mobile phone in the shape of a landline. God, that's confusing. Search is just Google search and WeChat. Why do I open WeChat? I don't have a WeChat. I've never used WeChat. I don't think I've ever opened it, to be fairly honest. There it is. There's a moon. There's a person standing there. Hello. No, that's not the moon, that's the Earth. God, I'm an idiot. Oh, you folks get entertainment out of watching me be an idiot. I can say that the battery life is draining reasonably fast, but because I am testing this and the capacity of it, it's not going to be the best. But that's all of the default apps on this. I'm going to pause filming for now so I can install my own custom stuff on this and try and work out what else we can do with this thing. As you heard somewhere earlier in the video, it's been about a month since I was last filming and playing around with this, and I've played around with it a bit more and haven't really found much other features to do with this. I've looked up a way to switch the keyboard to T9, but it's only a virtual T9 on screen, but not the actual physical keyboard to T9. It's really confusing, but if someone knows a way of actually using the physical keyboard to text as you would, please let me know, because I kind of don't know what I'm doing. Look, it's pretty useless to be texting on this thing, considering the buttons are pretty meh. It would just be a cool little novelty if I could get it to work. Also, if you wanted to add contacts, you wouldn't have to use a touchscreen. You could just beepity boop it in there. I had a big list written up of all the things that I wanted to do on this, and honestly, there's not too much more to go because I've tested all the stuff that's built onto this, but I have installed Geekbench 5, Freedom, GTA San Andreas. We're going to be playing San Andreas on a phone. I mean, that's nothing unusual, but on a phone. CPU, system info, device info, hardware, and QuickShortcutMaker. So I think what we should do is open up Geekbench and see what it says. Because I've tested Geekbench on devices that have similar specs. It's Fies. That'll do. It's one of them. Android 8.1.0 and MT6739WA. I've also found navigating with this is just a lot easier if I just use the D-pad. I can use a touchscreen fine, but honestly I just prefer just using it like this. So let me run the CPU benchmark and see how long it's going to take. Probably going to take a while, but we'll see what the battery does. If the battery just goes wee, it probably will, because the battery's been pretty lackluster on this. Can't expect too much for something that's only 1400 milliamp hours and powered by MediaTek. It's done. It only took 20 minutes, I think, and we only dropped like 10% battery life. But what have we got? For the Geekbench 5, we have 94 for single and 184 for the multi-core score. Looking at previous scores, the single core score comes close to the MT6739 in the Sugar A100. Isn't this MT6739? Yeah, it's the same processors, so that explains it there. But the multi-core score for the Sugar A100 was 313. Here it's 184, so that's a bit strange. And I'm pretty sure the Nomu thing that I recently had a look at, the Unihertz thing, that had an MT6737 in it, and that got 394 for the multi-core score. So that's very confusing. As I usually say, they're just numbers at the end of the day, and from the advertised specifications, we know that this is not a powerhouse. It's likely reused guts from something else that they've chucked into here, and called it a day. So with that being said, let's check the actual specs before gaming, because I'm curious to see what is actually inside of this. Also, you may have noticed during the review, but the screen is flickering. Just there. See it? But if I look at it in person, oh, it actually is flickering in person. It's just not as noticeable as it is on camera. But here we go, the specs of the HINDETEL H1. So it is the HINDETEL H1 or the Visi H1. 480p display, MT6739, 1GB of LPDDR3. System on chip, MT6739 with the Mali 400? No, Power VR Rogue GE8100. So that might help us during gaming. System, definitely Oreo, so it's not Pi as advertised. The screen's running at 80 Hertz? Oh my god, really? Doesn't seem that smooth. Wow, 80 Hertz display. That's pretty good. Let me just see if it's got multi-touch though. It does. It does. It has multi-touch. 2-point multi-touch. So why didn't it work in the browser? It should have worked in the browser, but it didn't. Well, we definitely have multi-touch. 1GB DDR3, 8GB of storage battery, 1400 milliamp hours, but doesn't really say that there. Sensors, we have nothing. We don't have an accelerometer, no light sensor, no proximity, nothing. Very, very bare bones inside of this. Let me quickly check the other one, see if it's all the same, which it pretty much is. Oh, there's the name again that I'm not going to pronounce because I've already pronounced it. Root access we don't have. I have dumped the system files as well, as much as I can. They'll be linked in the description below. Feel free to go through them. There's nothing interesting in there. It's very much plain. There's nothing sort of dodgy on this, as far as I can tell anyways. Quad-core MediaTek, 8GB, 1GB. Let's see what it says for the refresh rate here. 80 Hertz! That's worth it there. You get an 80 Hz 480p display. That's pretty good. Capacity 100 milliamp hours for the battery. That's not the case. It looks like a 1400 milliamp hour battery, so I'll agree with that. Sensors, there's absolutely nothing. Cameras is, 5 megapixels, which is definitely what the resolution was. Since we're talking about specifications and stuff, and I just mentioned how there's not really much in the system, I'm going to open up QuickShortcutMaker just to see if there's anything worth showing. Well, straight away, we've got the aging test, which is by this company. Make sure no lock pattern or password is set on the device. Start. Oh! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, how would you boot into recovery on this, by the way? What button combination would you push to get into recovery? I have many questions about this device, yet I've answered absolutely none of them. But we're going to just see what the aging test does. It's going to be some sort of a testing thing. So you're going to test the age of it. It's about a month old or something. No, it didn't do anything. That was interesting. Another thing I thought of in QuickShortcutMaker is if I can somehow open up the lock screen and pattern and put a lock screen on this, just for the fun of it, I guess. I'll have a look at this aging test again. Oh, it's just, playing a video back and stuff. Oh, there it is. We'll just stop it. Stop. Stop. We'll just pretend it didn't happen. Oh, there's an EM camera. What do you do, buddy? Oh. Doesn't work. Engineer mode, factory test, tricolor lamp test. Oh, well, they all failed. Oh, see? This is everything here for testing. Test a whole bunch of different things. There's nothing in here. That seems dodgy. I didn't find the lock screen though. Nothing comes up, so they've probably stripped it out of here. Well, it was worth a shot though. In hindsight, putting a lock screen on this could possibly break this, and without knowing how to boot into recovery on this, that's a chance that I'm not willing to take. So that's all of QuickShortcutMaker. Now it's finally time for gaming on this, which I can say I've played Doom on this, and the answer to the question of can you use the buttons to game? Yes, you can. Would you like to see how it runs? Alright, sure thing. Free Doom. Launch. Doom. Doom. Now when I first booted this up, the only buttons that did work were the direction keys, but I've mapped out everything else, so I'll go new game, knee deep, and I'm too young to die, because I just want to show you all. Doom works. Not that you can really see it though. Here's the key mapping. This is to move, which makes sense. This is to open doors. This is to fire. This is to strafe. Oh, there you go. This is to strafe. And I think that's all the buttons, isn't there? It's a bit finicky. Oh, I've forgotten the button to push to fire. Found it. There was a button to switch weapons. I've demapped it. Demapped it? You can press a number of buttons at the same time if you want to. You're not going to be doing any speed runs of Doom on this, but I mean you could try if you wanted to. Yeah, it's a little difficult. Also, you cannot map the OK button to do anything. When I tried to map it, it just didn't work. And you can't map the contacts buttons because they just open up contacts straight away. I still haven't worked out an easier way to adjust the speaker volume, apart from going into settings and stuff. But look, you can play Doom on this. And I would say you would be able to do emulation on this. You could put an NES emulator on and you could potentially do that if you wanted to. But the buttons are just horrible. Who would want to do any emulation on this, by the way? I mean, it would look stupid. I mean, I'm playing Doom on a phone. Yeah, that makes sense. That's Doom on this. But let's push this just a little bit further. Just a little bit more with Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I had some technical difficulties with San Andreas, but I've got it now. I had to reset this in order to install it. I'm having to sideload it. That's why. But I have it working. It's good now. So let's go to the settings and put everything up to maximum because why not? Let's see how it runs and how I can control this. This will be interesting. Is it loading? It's alright, buddy. You're doing a good job. It's getting there. Look. I've never seen San Andreas load this slow. Oh, that's a first.
5 years on the East Coast.
Okay, well I can skip it. Alright. And San Andreas. Wow. Oh, what's happening? What? Stop. Nope. I'm getting a bit dizzy. Are you getting dizzy? Do any of the buttons work? No. At least you can play Doom on this. Yeah, that's not good at all. Everything's off. Accelerometer's off. It just results in that happening. I'll boot it up again, just in case. I also haven't found recents either. I've tried to press a number of buttons and nothing pops up for it. I think San Andreas might be broken on this. It's still going, wee. It's not wee? Hang on. Oh. The minute you press forward, that's it. It would be pretty difficult trying to do that. I've got another idea. GTA 3. I don't think this will work, but I'll try it anyways. Like, I mean, it'll run, but I mean, like, control-wise. Let's be realistic. Whoever's going to purchase this isn't going to want to play games on this. I mean, they could play basic ones. This is just stupid at this point in time. There we go.
I know a place on the edge of the red light district where we can lay low, but my hands are all messed up, so you better drive, brother.
Alright. Directional. Yes! Okay, good. We can get in the car. I think it's 4. There we go. Good stuff. That's to look. That's to... Ah, there we go. I need to turn the volume down. Alright, here we go. GTA 3 on a phone. On a phone. It's a bit slow. What's the handbrake? Is it this? Is it 4? Or is that to get out of the car? Oh wait, I can press up to drive. Okay, this is reasonable. I say that. I found the handbrake. Okay, we can do mad skids now. Oh, sick. Look at this. GTA 3 on another strange oddball device. And it runs quite well. And it looks like pretty good at this point in time. That's not a good place to really show you how good it looks. It's quite reasonable. I mean, it's at the same resolution as the PS2 was. If you wanted to play GTA 3 on your office phone, you absolutely can. And the best part is, if you're doing this, as I've already demonstrated in the review, you just quickly pick this up and be like, oh, I wasn't doing anything, hello, how you going? We have lots of paper to sell. Yes, and then when your boss walks away, you just... Shady, but neat. With me showcasing Grand Theft Auto 3 on this, that's everything on this that I need to show. I've tested calls, the speaker, well, speakers, the camera, browser, specs, all that sort of stuff. And what do I think of this thing? The fact that it's gone up in price and is now 170 Australian dollars for this is quite ridiculous, because it's basically a, 60 Australian dollar phone in a landline phone looking shell. That's pretty much all that this is. If this was like 70 or 80 Australian dollars, I'd say, hey, get this for a cool novelty. But at its current price now of $171 Australian, plus you've got tax on top of that as well, you're looking at about $187 for this thing. It is definitely not worth it at all. As a novelty or a gimmick sort of thing, it's pretty cool. But the thing is though, why would someone want to buy one of these when you already have your normal Android device that can do everything plus more that this can do? Why would you spend more on this? I get it that it has a handset built onto it, physical buttons and all that sort of stuff. I definitely understand that for the elderly or something like that, this would be pretty good. Then again, you do have big button landline devices out there for 20 bucks or something like that. You can get them from Kmart, I think. They could have on their wall and have it as their landline, and then just have like a secondary mobile phone that's 4G and has big buttons and stuff. And they'd be able to take that around. Because you can't take this around with you. You can, but where are you going to put it? Well, you're going to just put this in your pocket and then just whip it out and be like, yo, what's up? I mean, you could have this in a backpack, and no, that's stupid. What I'm trying to say is that there's just no market for this. There's absolutely no market. The other one that's available that's all screen kind of has a bit more appeal to it, like for a business or something like that, because they could do a lot more. But with a small screen on this, you're very limited, and I honestly just can't see anyone purchasing this for the price. There's so many other accessible options out there for a lot cheaper, and you get a lot more value for money than what this thing offers. That is all I can really say in this very long review of the HINDETEL? HINDETEL. I was going to call it the Hindenburg. It's not the Hindenburg. H1 phone. That's having a look at this thing. But we're not finished yet, because we've got to take a look at the innards of this. Let's do the teardown. Now, while testing, I couldn't feel this thing getting warm, but touching right where the motherboard is, whoa, that's pretty toasty. So we've got 2 screws at the top, 2 more screws there, and then probably 2 screws under there. But let's take a look at the handset first. There looks like there's just 1 screw holding this together. I'd like to find more non-standard devices that run Android. This is why when we found this on stream, I thought it was really interesting. It's nothing too spectacular though, that's for sure. Inside of what the hell? Metal weight. I wasn't expecting that in there, but yeah, metal weight. Okay, that's good. We have the microphone down the bottom there, which is just hot glued into place, and the jack. That's just a bunch of wires. Yeah, I didn't think there'd be a metal weight. That makes sense, because it's quite heavy. And the big spurker in the handset looks like that. That's a 40mm driver that's in there. Probably a little bit less because of the casing, but I think this is limited volume-wise, because, you know, you don't want to put that up to your ear and it's screaming at you sort of thing. You might get a little bit of a surprise from that. There you go. Take that all in. Hot glue, metal weight, wires. Nice. So I just plonk that back down like so. I only damaged the casing ever so slightly. It's still good. It's still good. Let's take a look inside the actual unit. I'm excited to see what's in this. What could they have possibly put in this? Apart from a motherboard and possible metal weights, anyone want to guess how much of a janky mess is going to be in this? I reckon there's going to be flex ribbons and wires and mouse traps and all sorts of things in here. All sorts of mysterious objects. Oh, we got to break through the warranty seal. Sad. Oh, well, no longer under warranty from HINDETEL. Wonder how Jerry's doing. Should ask him. Jerry really wanted to help me on the website. Really keen. I was gonna say, oh, I have to pry it open. No, it just falls apart. Okay. Alright. Let's, okay. Alright. Alright. Well, I did find the microphone. Wow, this is incredibly jank. Holy moly. There's the secondary microphone that's inside of this. There's the back plastic there, which there's nothing too much to look at there. I had no idea where that microphone was, but there was a hole at the bottom there the whole entire time. That camera is also just flex ribbons. That's also a big spurker. Holy moly. Yeah, that's an 8 ohm 0.5 watt speaker. Well, it had some kick to it. The notification LED is hot glued to the top. We have Chinese lettering on there as well. The speaker's hot glued. Everything seems to be hot glued. But we now have access to, my god, that's in there. That's not going to be fun. Oh, there's actually a switch there. How does one continue with this and not destroy it? Let's have a look at the switch first. We'll just make our way through this very slowly. So that's the switch there. It's a higher switch. Higher? Higher. I don't know. Clicky switch. Higher? Higher. Higher. Howdy. I don't know. Alright. Big spurker. There you go. Oh, it's one of those ones. Yeah, it's pretty flat looking. That's probably why it didn't sound the best. That kind of makes sense now. I mean, it's loud, but it's just not clear. Then we have the LCD and the camera. Pop the LED out. Something like that. That'll do. There we go. Now we just unscrew the motherboard. And with that, I can flip it over. And it reveals that. So you got this cable. That goes straight into the physical buttons there. We're going to have to take that off as well. But look at all these test points. There is a whole heap of them. For the actual processor and storage and all that, that's on its own separate board. I can go ahead and pop this off. Thankfully, the shielding is just... Yes. Not that you can see it though, because it's very hard to navigate, but there is the MT6739V in there. There's also a Kingston module, which would be the 1 gig plus 8 gigabytes. All checks out spec-wise. Oh, there's a little sticker. Not that that helps tell me anything though. That's like a standard mobile phone motherboard there, and it's just plonked onto this other board. Wasn't expecting that, honestly. So this is very much built like how the Android calculator was built. The board inside of that, which we remember what that looked like because I had to pull it apart several times. And then a PCB like that. And then another PCB for the buttons. I just want to quickly check what the buttons look like. Probably nothing special, but we're inside of this, we may as well check. And just lifting off PCB reveals, oh yep, that's looking pretty much like the calculator right there. Nothing really too much to see. Painted buttons though. So I'll just put that back on somehow. Here we go. See, look. Now that we've seen that, I'm gonna put all the screws back in. Oh, this is terrible. Should we reuse the tape? There we go. Well, it's back together for the most part. I don't want to pull out the LCD because I just feel that's a bit too much. But the camera, is it literally just held into place with this bit of tape? Yes, it is. Well, that's it there. Just a little guy. He's just held into place with some tape. Hey, it works. Don't question it. It works. What I do want to try is the on-the-go support. How do we do this? All right, so as a test, I have this cheapo RGB gaming mouse, and I'm going to just hold the battery in place. This is the point where I call this super janky time. On we go. Okay, it still works. Let's see if the mouse lights up. Don't think on-the-go works. No, nothing. Also, there's no sound at the moment. Never mind the sound. That's not too surprising. I didn't think on the go would work, but it was worth a shot, just in case. Is there anything else that we really need to look at inside of this? I know how the switch works, I know how big the speaker is, I know what the board looks like. There's some writing down there as well, if that interests anyone. Feel free to look that up. And there's also a little bit of a manufacturing date just there. 27th of the 5th, 2022. And yeah, it's got Chinese writing in English. Yeah, if you want to explain what this board is from or something, feel free. But I believe that is everything that I need to show for this teardown. Battery. Back in there. Oh yeah, is the front plastic or glass? Glass? It's back together. Does it still work? Well, it should still work because I didn't really do too much, did I? While it's booting up, there's the full specifications of this thing. That's what you get for $171 Australian. It's not too much that you get in this package, but you get a nifty looking shell. At this point, the Android calculator has a lot more value to it than this does. But then again, that wasn't a phone. I don't know. I'm torn between this. Yep, it's all good. It all works. It did take me a month to completely review this, and there's probably some features that I didn't quite test in this video. If there's anything that I missed, feel free to let me know down in the comments below, but I'm pretty sure I've covered absolutely everything that this can do. There is actually one thing I didn't test. Video calls. I imagine it would work perfectly fine. It's got a front camera, you can install apps, so I don't think there'd be much issue with that. And remember, folks, this was running Andreon 9.0. Andreon. But that's everything about this thing covered. So if you've made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching this one. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this one. There was a lot to cover, and I hope I've covered most of the stuff that you probably were asking. Can it game? Can it do this? Well, I think I've shown everything in this video about this very oddball device. Hey, I'm still on the lookout for any other devices that run Android in other unique form factors. You know, we've looked at a pen, a calculator, landline phone. What's next? A microwave, an air fryer, a fridge, a bicycle. I don't know. We'll have to see. You've obviously enjoyed the video if you've made it to the end. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch me fiddle around with this thing. But if you need to use the timestamps at any point, that's completely fine. That's why they're there, and I often encourage people to use the timestamps because, you know, there's just segments that go on for so long and people don't want to sit here and listen to me ramble about the listing and all that sort of stuff. But if you've stuck around for the entire thing, you're a legend. Thank you. And of course, I have to thank the folks that did donate towards seeing this on one of the last live streams that I did last year sometime. So a massive thank you to G0711ZB, Everyday Blind or King Cobra, Suika Buki, I've probably said that wrong, Tweeterman287, you folks should know who he is. Go subscribe to his channel, because he's been making content for several years now, and it's so odd to think when I was 13 years old I was watching his videos, and now I'm 31 and he's watching my videos. It's crazy. ManMonk33, Jeed Lanquino, or Yeed Lanquino, Ryuji CM, Skay QZ, Alexander Marcus, Terry Sutherland, Brian Martins, Mad Lad there, Dennis, aka G Wei Lee, sorry, Mugos the Cows, Milan Fabry, Oggy Osborne, Carl Laser, and Roffle Daniel. Another mad lad there. Thank you so much, everyone, for donating to see this. I hope this was an entertaining review and you got a kick out of this. That's all of the tech stuff that was on AliExpress. I have received the anal merch. You heard that correctly. I will do some sort of a silly video on that soon after my break or something, but you folks donated to see that stuff, so yeah. Thank you all so much. I really do appreciate you all. From this point on, I'm going to be on my break, but when I come back, we'll do another live stream, find some more stuff on AliExpress and see what's kicking around, because I haven't been on AliExpress and looking at stuff for quite a while, so it might be a new clone or something out there for us to all have a look at. But until I return from my break, I'll probably have a job lot out and maybe one abandonware episode to put out at some point. But I'll return in March to be doing videos as normal again. But until then, folks, thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate you all. Take care, stay safe, be good people, and I'll see you all sometime soon. And I'm still a bit sick, but I'm okay. That's enough from me. You, the viewer, keep being awesome and take care of yourself. All right? You're all awesome. Thank you so much for the love and support, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.
If you like this content, feel free to leave a like or a dislike if you didn't. Thanks heaps for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.